Okay, Geraldine, for this question 17, right, I'm going to break down the question for you first. So basically, Craig has some juice, all right, and what he did with the juice is to pour it into bottles of two different capacity. One is 200 ml, the other one is 50 ml, okay? So what he did was he poured half the amount of the juice that he has into big bottles, and the other half of the amount of juice that he has into small bottles. So based on this first sentence, you will have to know that the total amount that I pour into the big bottles is the same as the total amount that I pour into the small bottles. Okay? So after I filled the big bottles and the small bottles, he realized that hey, I actually have 30 more small bottles as compared to the big bottles. Why? Because the big bottles can fill in 40 ml and every small bottle can only fill in 200 ml. So given the same total amount of juice, I would need more small bottles as compared to my big bottles. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a very simple scenario before I continue. Okay, let me just shut this up. Okay, so let's say the half the amount of juice, right, is actually 1800 ml. Okay, and I pour this into the big bottles, and the other half of the juice, which is also 1800 ml, I pour it into the small bottles. All right, so if I pour 1800 ml into the big bottles, I will need a total of 1800 divided by 550. I'll need a total of 4 big bottles. Okay, and if I'm going to pour 1800 ml into the small bottles, if you 1800 divided by 200, I will need a total of 9 small bottles. Okay, so for sure I would need more small bottles as compared to my big bottles. Okay, reason being, between every big bottle and every small bottle, there is a difference of 250 ml. Okay, there is a difference of 250 ml. So because of this difference, right, I will end up with 30 more small bottles as compared to the big bottles. Okay, so I hope this is something that you can recognize first. All right, so let's come back to this question now. So I hope this is clear for you first before I erase it off. If you didn't really get this, you can go and rewind to my video again later. Okay, so I'm going to erase this off so I don't confuse you with this scenario. Okay, I'm going to leave the difference there because this is what I'm going to need later. Okay, so I'm going to use the model to explain to you. All right, so I have small and I have big bottles. So I pour the same amount into both the big and the small bottles. Okay, so every small bottle I can only fill in 200 ml. Okay, every big bottle, right, I can fill in a 200 and another 250. This one bottle in the big one, and this is one bottle in the small one. Okay, then next one, every small is a 200 and every big is a 200 and a 250. Okay, so on and so forth here. All right, so because of this extra 250, right, I will need another. So when we reach here, right, I'll need another 30 bottles times each bottle is 200 here. Okay, which is 30 times 200 is actually 6,000 ml. Okay, so this 6,000 ml is created here because of this difference of 250 between one big and one small. Okay, so how many groups of these 650 will make up the 6,000 difference here? I will have 6,000 divided by 250 here, which will give me a, let me, yeah, calculate out. So 6,000 divided by 250, it will be a total of 24 groups. So there are 24 groups of this. That means there are 24 big bottles here. Okay? Because every 250 is between one small and one big. I just know that small has 30 more from here onwards. Okay? So since I know that I have 24 big bottles, that means to say my small will be 24 plus 30, 54 small ones. Okay, so that will be your part A. Alright, part B. How many liters of juice were there? So very simple. You can just take 24 times 450, or you can also do 54 times 200. It should give you the same answer. Let me just double check. So 24 times 450 is 10,800, and 54 times 200 will be also 10,800. Okay, so this is my big times the amount in each big. This is the small times the amount in each small. They should give you the same total amount of this in ml. Don't forget, okay? We have to convert to liters. So it will be 10.8 liters. Okay, bear in mind that the amount that we pour into both big and small, they are the same. So I hope this is clear enough for you. So in case you still don't understand why, this part here, let me just indicate here for you. So this extra 30 bottles is needed for the small ones because of these groups of 250. So 30 bottles of small ones is 30 times 200, 6,000 ml. So this extra 6,000 ml is created because of these groups of 250. Okay, so that's why I took 6,000 here, 250. I found that there are 24 groups of these 250. That means there are 24 big bottles. And that means my small is 24 plus 30, 54 small. Alright, so if I've been too fast or you don't really catch it, you can rewind my video later. Alright, that's it.